Instagram. You know, when I go live on TikTok and Instagram, absolutely nobody watches anything, and it starts to make you feel like depressed, like, wondering whether or not the world actually really cares about anything that you're doing is really, 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 really annoying. Um, I'm not trying to fix this. Let's see. Oh, okay, it's not. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay, cool, great. Now it's all up in my face, and I can't. It's still up in my face. All right. Can we get this more out of my face? Yeah. Anyway, hi. I was thinking about changing my artist name, so if you guys don't know me, my name is Timur. Thank you so much for being here and ghost watching me. I really appreciate it. And I'm just getting back from the grocery store and going out for a little walkie-walkie. I had a good day. I slept a lot today. I was so happy about that. Yay. My skin looks... Should I put some lotion on my face? It's looking a little dry. I don't know. It's looking a little dry. I need more followers on my music page so I can go live on my music page. If there's anyone out here watching me right now, this is a desperate cry to make sure that I'm famous and I'm a celebrity, really famous celebrity one day, and I know that you've helped contribute to that by going and following my music page, by the way. If you don't like my music, that's fine. Still feel like I need some lotion. This is a really good Rebel. How is it that Doechii was able to come on here, get all these people to follow her and watch her? Maybe it's because I'm not a female. I feel like if I was a female and I could just show my, people would actually watch me. It seems like people are only interested in watching, porn, and most of our new influencers and whatever celebrities. I don't know what you call these influencer people, but they're porn stars. I think they're porn stars. Isn't that sad? I sat to myself one day and I'm just thinking, I'm like, okay, I'm on TikTok, looking at all these people that have millions of followers, right? I'm like, okay, cool, that's great. Then I start to see a trend of people going and having Twitters and having Twitters and displaying themselves sexually. And so now I'm just like, okay, is this the trend? Is the trend use your body and use sex just to get a whole bunch of people to follow you and then promote your music? And then on top of that, catch this, just thinking about us being human and being here and what it means to be here. And I understood the most important thing, right? The most important thing was understanding how people think and how our minds work, and understanding that we're supposed to be aware of that, but we're not. And then seeing the truth in terms of other people and what they're doing that they don't realize it. You know what I mean? I don't know if that made any sense, but yeah, I just think that when it comes to people, oh yeah, influencers, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, no, the influencers out there and these people, these new famous people and stuff, they're porn stars. That's not fair. Why do I have to become a porn star in order to become famous in today's society? And is that what everything is all? Oh, and what I wanted to say is that with social media, now you actually can sit and see what people are actually thinking and what's in their minds, because humans are really good at lying. They're extremely good at lying, right? Great at it. And they're being confused and lost and just delusional. Whatever, follow me here. So I don't think it's fair that people who have worked so hard to become, celebrities, to become very well-known people who've worked so hard, now have to compete with these porn stars. How is that going to benefit me? I'm putting in all the hard work that, any normal person would put in, I'm registered with BMI. I have been writing music pretty much my whole entire life. I've even literally went to a couple records companies and just stood outside. Forgot which one, but anyways, I've done that. I've put in hard work. So I don't think it's fair that you guys get to become porn stars. No one judges you, and that's like the new normal. And now I have to sit here as a person that indica or sativa. You're so funny. Come on. So sorry. I'm trying to talk about something important right now. Yeah, what's going on? No, but for real, I don't even. God. Before I start talking about marijuana, because that's obviously what you want to talk about right now, I'm just going to say that I'm in a state where marijuana is legal, and I do not promote doing anything that's illegal and illegal activity, by the way. So I am in New York City at the moment, and here it's legal. We got dispensaries and all that good stuff. So to answer your question, that was a blunt. To answer your question, this is a hybrid. Actually, I have two, just in case you. Would I get in trouble for putting this on the camera? Because I feel like if I put this on the camera, they're probably gonna ban my live or something. I don't know. I don't want to put it on the camera because no, I can't do that because they're not gonna know that I'm in a legal state where marijuana is legal, and they might get mad and be like, "Oh no, we have to ban this guy." Yeah, don't do that. But sorry, thought that was a blunt. No, it is. I'm medicating right now. I have a medical card. I'm medicating. This is not what you think it is. You're confused right now. You think that I'm doing something that, normally would be considered recreational. This is actually a medical. I'm medicating, and if you'd like, I can show you guys how to medicate with medical marijuana. That's what this is. They won't ban you. I'm a mod on a weed channel. Oh, a moderator on a weed channel. That's so funny. Really? Is that how YouTube works though? That's kind of cool, because TikTok always bans me. Fine, I'll show it to you. This is what I'm smoking. Like, I have two, right? Don't judge me, you guys. It's medical. I'm sorry. It is medical. It is medical. Weed for my cancer. Okay, let's talk about that since you mentioned that. So, marijuana actually does cure cancer since you mentioned it. Hey, trash channel. Thank you so much for being here and talking to me, all that good stuff. But no, with all jokes aside, weed does cure cancer, and if you want to do some research on it, there is a guy. God, it's not Dr. Sebi. I know you guys know Dr. Sebi. I'm in Oregon. I'm on medical too. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, this is definitely, I feel like marijuana, everyone should smoke it. I realized that when I was in Canada, because I stayed in Canada for a little bit. And before that, I had this really judgmental attitude towards weed and smoking and everything. Just, demographically being from the States and seeing it as a bad boy kind of thing. Going to Canada, no, almost every time I went to a dispensary, it was an old person, for real. You from your original, I don't know what I was talking about, no, really though. No, I was talking about influencers, people, because I sing, right? And I just think it's not fair that, and not just for me, but for other celebrities, other people out there, that you got these influencers. I'm on TikTok scrolling. There's just so much that's just wrong with this. I'm on TikTok scrolling, and then I see oh, okay, this person has cool music. I go and check their profile. It says Twitter. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, great. They got a Twitter. I go to their Twitter, and the Twitter is them butt ass, booty naked, upside down, turn, just doing whatever, cartwheels with dildos in their asses, stuff like that. I don't know. That's literally what's, and I'm going back and just thinking to myself, are they not embarrassed? Is this the new world that we live in? I just don't, it's not matching up with me, and it's getting me so depressed to the point to where I'm just feeling like this is a sign of people becoming just evil, and society shifting from good to bad. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but just think about living in a society where these things become normal that were not normal. How is it normal at all for people, for this to even be happening? And it's not fair, right? It's not fair at all. 2006, and I've never across people that actually influence. I mean, I guess, yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, that's a different point. Well, positive influence. Yeah, no, right, positive influence. Everyone does stupid stuff nowadays. Everyone, it's just watching social media makes me understand how stupid humans are. Because when I go on social media and look at what people are doing, that's exactly what I'm looking at. I'm like, wow, look at what the humans are doing again. Oh, there's another human doing some stupid ass shit. Oh, there's another one doing some stupid ass. You know what I mean? So it's just like that's how I view social media, TikTok especially. When I'm going on there and scrolling and stuff, I'm not scrolling for entertainment. I'm scrolling to look at all the idiots and the type of content that they would create to see how their minds work and then to understand how they think. I feel like that's what we're supposed to be doing anyway, as people, as humans, individuals, all that good stuff. By the way, please go and follow my music page. Let me know if you like my music. Really appreciate that. I just released a song called Black Magic. And make sure you type my name in. When you type the song, it's called Black Magic by Timur. Just put my name in, Black Magic by Timur. I'm trying to go live on my music page. I don't have enough followers on there. Your name is Timur, pretty badass name. Always like to meet peeps with unique. Thanks, I really appreciate that. No, it actually is a historic name. I appreciate that though. I'm trying to live up to it. So if you type the name Timur in on Google, I don't know what my grandma was thinking when she gave me this name, but all I know is that he was a conqueror. He was a king. He was black. He was this really, really like okay. The other person who I can think of that he can be compared to is Masamu. What's that guy? Oh God, I almost had it. Masa Musa or something like that. Anyway, some really, really, really like famous old school, African king or some, back in the day, whatever. His name was Tamerlane Tamir. So if you type that in, I have his complete name. So his exact name that he was given during his time in terms of him being on this earth. This is so fucking good. I'm sorry. Shout outs to everyone who smoke that's watching right now. Back to my name though. Yeah, so Tamerlane Tamir the Great, which is the full title, Tamerlane Tamir the Great, was a king, and he was a badass king though. I ain't gonna lie. So he was this black African American. Oh no, he was this black African person that went to all these different countries, learned their languages, and then conquered each one. I kid you not. Look him up. Look him up. He went to China, learned Chinese, took over China, went to Turkey, did the same thing in Turkey, went to Iran, this man, and then he was known for, he was related to Genghis Khan, by the way. He was related to Genghis Khan. We're back on my name. He was related to Genghis Khan. He was Genghis Khan's grandson, if I'm not mistaken. If you look that up, you'll see that about him. Name sounds familiar from some period of history. Yeah, Tamerlane, and he was also Muslim as well. He was like Muslim Christian, I think. I'm not 100% on that, but I know definitely more on the Muslim side. And I know that when it came to him taking over people's countries, it wasn't just because he was a bad person and wanted to go and like take over people's countries. It was because he saw so much suppression going on in terms of just like God and spirituality and things like that. And he saw like these people struggling mentally from the people that were already in power controlling them, and was like, no, I'm gonna go over, take over your country and free them mentally so they won't be forced to do what you were forcing them to do. If that makes any sense. So that's who Tamerlane was. That's what he did. He took over nations to free them from suppression. And you know what I mean? Like, imagine going and taking slaves, or going to a kingdom full of slaves and taking over that kingdom on purpose just to free the slaves. So that's who he is. So Tamerlane. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm trying to live up to that name. My grandma gave it to me and stuff like that. Yes, my family is Muslim. No point intended. And yes, Muslim people do smoke. Yeah, it's a whole nother topic. That made me so mad when I realized how judgmental people were and stupid they were. Like, oh my God. Like, it wasn't until recently I started getting more into like the Muslim side of my family. Before that, I was born Muslim, so it wasn't something that I like really cared about up until recently, because my grandma died. And I'm like, oh my God, grandma died. Let's figure out why she decided to make everyone Muslim in our family. It's actually prayer time right now. I'm supposed to go pray. That's embarrassing. Let me go. Okay, 10 minutes. I'll go pray in like 10 minutes. But if you are Muslim and if you are in New York City watching me right now, It is 9:37. You are supposed to be praying right now. Give me about 5 minutes. I'm gonna go pray in about 5 minutes. Hey Siri, put a timer for 5 minutes. You don't have to pray exactly at prayer time. When you're praying at home, you can pray whenever you want to pray, kind of. But what does that mean? Oh God, this is so exciting. So here's what I get to say. Okay, hey Fortnite kid, let me help you understand why you would say something like that. I was praying recently, and I was trying to understand the mentality of human men and why human men were the way they were, and then who we were as human men, right? Now, before I start to explain this, I'm going to tell you that I've traveled the world. I've lived in different countries to understand how human men think in different areas, especially when it comes to the things that they're commonly interested in, right? Cool music, Timur. Thanks, I appreciate that. Black Magic is really good. You play it on repeat when you're mad at somebody. No, I don't promote being mad at people, but no, that song really makes you want to like. It's like a vengeful, like, empowerment, not in a negative, evil way, but in a way like, it's supposed to be like, hey, when I wrote the song, I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about. When I wrote that song, it was for my sister because her two ex-boyfriends were doing these crazy things to her, right? And they didn't know that her family was behind her, supporting her. So this is the reason why I wrote that song, just so you can know. In the future, whenever you see somebody interview me, and if they ask, oh, why he wrote the song, I'm telling you now. I wrote that song because of that situation. So you had these two guys that were taking advantage of this girl, my sister, mentally, physically, and emotionally, and she didn't know that was going on. Me as a male, I knew. I'm gonna go back to talking about males and the history of males, but I really appreciate the comment. Thank you, Fortnite kid. Appreciate you. So Black Magic was written because of these nasty, evil things that they were doing to my sister, like messed up things, crazy things. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain that, and I felt like it was voodoo. It was black magic. I'm like, how are you guys doing this? You know what I mean? Excuse my language. I'm just like, how are you doing these things and getting away with them? And just like everything that they were doing, I felt it was just weird. It was voodoo-ish. It was like black magic. And so I wrote that song because I'll play it in a second. I'm supposed to be praying right now. I got 2 more minutes. I'll literally go and pray and come back. I might pray on my live. I don't know if I'm supposed to pray on live, but I will. I'll pray on live. I don't mind. So yeah. And I felt like they wanted her to fail in life, and they just, all the things that they were doing was just like, I don't know. So I wrote Black Magic just because of that. I'm gonna go pray. So if you guys are watching right now and you want to hear Black Magic, I really appreciate if you listen to it. It is on every platform. Just type in the word Black Magic and put my name next to it. And right now I'm working on my music, and I'm trying to get more followers and people listening to my music, like Doechii. I'm trying to do what she did. So if you see Doechii running around on social media, just, we're going to be meeting each other soon in the future, and I just want to put that out there right now, just like she did, because God wants me to be famous. He wants us to be famous and be friends and all that good stuff, and I don't know why. It's kind of creepy. So, but I think I'm supposed to be writing music. I'm supposed to be writing music and working with her. No, I'm supposed to be writing music and working with other artists. I know that for a fact. I'm supposed to be writing music for a lot of artists. That's kind of cool. And I kind of started that process already in Atlanta. I went to Atlanta, and why is it when people go to Atlanta, they become really successful in the industry? I have come across at least 10 people that have went to Atlanta, and it wasn't, if they did not go to Atlanta, they would never have become successful in terms of projects they worked on, people that they met, places that they were able to go, opportunities, all that stuff. Yeah. Thank you, Atlanta, for, making powerful people in this world. Apparently, if you go to Atlanta and become famous, that's the same thing as going to Hollywood and becoming famous. So, yeah. Zesty. I'm really trying to figure out what these words mean nowadays. I see words and the words that people use as interpretations of the way that those people think. So if someone looks at something, let's say an apple, and that apple did nothing to that person. I know this is the apple did nothing to that person, and the person likes the apple, but everyone, oh my God, everyone has taught that person that if they like apples, that they're gonna die. That person's gonna end up creating a secret lifestyle where they pretend to not like apples, but they actually really like the apples. And then when they see the apples in society, they, you know what I mean, convert back to the lifestyle that they chose to live in secret, so other people don't know that they like the apples, but they really like the apples. Does that make any sense? I'm trying to use the apples and pears example to explain like men, humans, and just, yeah. Hope that was a good example. I appreciate the love though on here. Thank you so much for, like I said, watching. Go to my music page. It's called Timur Official Music. I need at least 50 followers on there. I don't have a lot of followers on that page. I just created it recently. So if you could go and follow it, you know, subscribe and add me, listen to my music. I'll be releasing more music soon. I'm currently working on a song called FOUR LEAF CLOVER. And FOUR LEAF CLOVER is, oh, then I also did a song called One Day God Showed Me as well. And I released those 2 songs in the same week. So I did Black Magic, and then I did One Day God Showed Me. And I released those in the same week. And how about this? I'm gonna play the song. I'm gonna play the song, and then I'm actually really gonna go and pray, just so you can hear it. That way, while I'm praying, by the time I'm done, you would have went and added it because you liked it so much from hearing it right now. So this is the song. I hope you can hear it. It's such a good song, y'all. Oh, my bad. I like my song. So personal, something strange you just can't control. Feel the magic running through your soul. Black magic, wave a finger, you just might explode. Make you feel it down in your bones. Suck you dry and turn you into stone. Make a wish, you might just lose your soul. Pay the price and turn it into gold. Say my name is writing on the wall. Lose my mind and you just never know. Lift a hand and might just steal your soul. Something strange and unusual. Can't explain it and it's getting cold. It always gets so personal. Something strange you just can't control. Feel the magic running through your soul. Wave a finger, you just might explode. Make you feel it down in your bones. Something dry and turn you into stone. Black magic. Black magic. Black magic. Black magic. Living crazy in that ginger room. Mix it up until that weight is broke. So be careful what I'm telling you. Make a wish, you might just lose your soul. So be careful of that which is broke. Pay the price and turn it into gold. Listen close to what I'm telling you. Cause it might be waiting in the room. Black magic. It always is so unknown. Something strange you just can't control. Feel the magic running through your soul. Oh shit. Wave a finger, you just might explode. Make you feel down in your bones. Suck you dry and turn you into stone. Black magic. How? Why is my nose like that? God, that was me. Hope you liked it. Oh God, let me do my last prayer for today. Hold on. Before I... Oh my God. Last prayer for today. So, if you guys ever want to talk more about, you know, stuff, just let me know. One of the things that I like to talk about, and one of the things I've been researching for years, is the history of humans, humanity, why we're here, and what it means to be human. Also been writing a book for some time now. It's called The Colors of Intelligence, and it talks about the intelligence of human history over time in terms of humans and how their minds have progressed. I even break it down to men, females, like a lot of different things. I break that down to. I'll read that if you guys ever want to hear it. Thank you so much for watching me, though. If you ever want to, just hear that, just let me know. Comment, drop your comments, and be like, hey, yeah, I want to know about the history of humans and what you think about that. And the research that I've been doing, I've been actually really researching humans for a very, 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 very long time. I feel like God sent me down here, and I'm from a different planet, and my brain was washed before I got here, and I was sent here as like a surveillance human to surveil and watch the other humans, and I feel like that whatever sent me here is using me to do that, and it's brainwashed my mind on purpose so they can make it like a natural experience. Get off of me! Oh my God, this phone is annoying. Nobody watches them. This? It starts to make you feel like depressed, All right, I look good on camera, but get off of this other phone. Wondering whether or not the water actually really. Okay, my other phone was on my live for some reason. It emails people when you go on. Okay, every time I try to use this phone, it does this. This is why I'm frustrated right now. Do you see? Watch. I'm gonna try to exit this. Does this happen to anyone else? It does it again. It does it again. I have to keep hitting the cancel button, right, in order for me to be able. I'm gonna try to exit this. Does this happen to anyone else? See, now it just opened up my live. It does it again. I have to keep hitting the cancel button. This is probably why I should go pray. Maybe it's trying to get me to go pray. That's probably God saying, nigga, you need to go pray. I know you on your live and stuff. Cool music to me. And once again, thank you everyone for watching. Really appreciate all of the human bodies that are here, taking their time to. Okay, right now I think it should. Oh wow, it should change tonight. I travel back and forth, and so whenever you're like as a Muslim, whenever you travel back and forth, the time changes. So prayer time isn't always going to be the same time. In like let's say Atlanta or New York, it's different, and then Miami, it's different. Name sounds familiar from period of time. Yeah. So let me go do that. It's gonna be about 7 minutes. I might do it on camera. I might pray on camera. Yeah, I'll pray on camera. So this prayer that I'm getting ready to do is called Isha. And everything that's happening in the world right now, in terms of people dying and this war that's happening, it's all because people have become so stupid when it comes to God and who and what God is. That's why God's just killing everybody, and everyone's just like all confused. No, there's a reason for that. You guys are all sinners, and you don't know why. Because of the nature of humans and what humans are, you have been so afraid of the nature of what you are that you've created lifestyles to the point to where you have now used these lifestyles to survive and have indirectly been teaching your other human, the other humans around you indirectly, and this has been a learning tool for them, an indirect learning tool to where they understand that this is how life is supposed to be lived and what you're supposed to do to live life and how you're supposed to think based on the fears that you guys have developed in terms of the nature of who and what you are as humans. Gotta go. Time for prayer. God, this is an 8-minute prayer. This is for 8 minutes, by the way. So if you guys are gonna be here for 8 minutes, cool, great. I'm gonna pray on camera because I really understand that humans deserve everything that God is gonna give them in terms of this world. I promise you they do. All right, so I have to face. I have to face east. This is my prayer rug, by the way. I travel with this rug. Sometimes I use it as a hat, But this is my prayer rug. It's so cool. And then when I put it on my head, I look like I'm from Egypt. Isn't that cool? No, like for real though. Like if you take the prayer rug and wrap it around your head like this, I like legit look like I'm a pharaoh from Egypt. Like, bro. Wow, I'm King Tut's cousin. Okay, I'm gonna go pray now. No, for real. Bro, this is so cool though. I look like King Tut's cousin. Bro. See, I told you in my past life I was this other person. That's why every time I do stuff like this, I start to look like who I was in my past life, and it's kind of weird, and I scare myself. You know, it's cool. All right, this is my prayer rug again. I'm introducing my prayer rug to you. That was never meant to be a pharaoh's hat. All right, that was only meant to show you what my prayer rug would look like if I put it on my head. God, let me find out what direction. So I use my phone to figure out. Okay, east is, which way is east? It says east is this way, but I don't know. I think. How does east change? Does the direction of the Earth, is that a stupid question? I feel like east should be this way, because that's the south, unless the direction of the Earth changed. So weird. I swear to God, you know what? It's fine. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. I'm gonna go. Wait a minute, it's changing. Wait, it says east is this way. This is weird. The direction of the Earth is changing. Anyway, so we're gonna east this way. I gotta go and put water in my mouth and like rinse my mouth with the water, and then drown myself a little bit with some water in the bathroom, and then wash my feet and stuff. So, be back. Why do you have to put water in your nose? God, this is so hard sometimes. Alright, so this is what it looks like when a Muslim prays. Just give me a second. Yeah, I'm so ashamed of all the guys in the world. You know, I'm not ashamed, but I always ask myself the nature of men and what they were. And I've got to the point to where God told me that men are naturally attracted to each other. They created lifestyles over time to survive amongst the women and amongst each other. They became so afraid of the nature and of who and what they were, especially when it came to them understanding their attraction, that nowadays in society, if you fast forward that to now, I know I keep talking, I'm supposed to be praying, I'm gonna pray. But no, I'm gonna pray and then talk about that later. So whenever I hear and see another man make a comment about another man's appearance, especially if it's in reference to, just that man's being attractive or mannerisms, I see that as that man being attracted to the other man, whether it be positive or negative, because once you understand that a man can go and literally like something and kill it right afterwards, because of the fear of other people knowing about it, then you'll see the true nature of men. You won't ask yourself questions of what are they thinking like this? No, 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 no. Just tell yourself that if a man is willing can go and kill something and like that thing in secret or whatever it is, and then go right back in society to try to survive amongst the other people, and that tells you that there is a pattern amongst the men throughout history when it comes to this one point in topic, okay? All right, I'm gonna pray now. It's called Isha. This is what it looks like. God.
We begin silence by first making the intention from the heart to pray to Allah. Allahu Akbar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Allahu Akbar. Sorry. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa 'amilus salihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. Allahu Akbar. Subhana rabbiyal azim. Subhana rabbiyal azim.
All that means is God is the greatest. When you hear Allah Akbar, that means God is good. It's a translation from the word God, literally. That's how why humans are stupid.
ربنا ولك الحمد. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى. سبحان ربي الأعلى. سبحان ربي الأعلى. الله أكبر. رب اغفر لي. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى. سبحان ربي الأعلى. سبحان ربي الأعلى. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم. سبحان ربي العظيم. سبحان ربي العظيم. سمع الله لمن حمده. ربنا ولك الحمد. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى. سبحان ربي الأعلى. سبحان ربي الأعلى. الله أكبر. رب اغفر لي. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى. سبحان ربي الأعلى. سبحان ربي الأعلى. الله أكبر. التحيات لله والصلوات والطيبات. السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. الله أكبر.
بسم الله الرحمن
الرحيم.
الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين.
مالك يوم الدين.
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
آمين. الله أكبر.
God is good.
سبحان ربي العظيم. سبحان ربي العظيم. سبحان ربي العظيم. سمع الله لمن حمده. ربنا
Praise God and glory to the Most High.
الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى. سبحان ربي الأعلى. سبحان ربي الأعلى. الله أكبر. رب اغفر لي. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى. سبحان ربي الأعلى. سبحان ربي الأعلى. الله أكبر.
And the one God, most gracious and the most merciful. Praise to God, the Lord of all that exists, the most gracious and the most high, Master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us on the straight path and the straight way, God, the way of which you have bestowed upon us, and not in the way of which those who have angered you have turned away from you, God. God, may you please accept my prayers. God is the greatest. Glory to God, the most great and the most high. Glory to God, the greatest and the most high. God, please hear my and praise Him. God is the greatest. Glory to my Lord, the Most High. Glory to God, the Most High. God is the greatest.
سبحان ربي الأعلى. سبحان ربي
Glory to my
الأعلى.
Lord, the Most
سبحان
High.
ربي
Glory to
الأعلى.
my Lord, the Most High.
الله أكبر. التحيات لله
All compliments and prayers to
والطيبات.
God.
السلام
And may
عليك
peace and mercy and
أيها
blessings of
النبي
God be upon you and all the prophets. Peace be upon all of us and all of God's righteous servants. I bear witness that there is no God greater than God, and I bear witness that Muhammad was one of his prophets. God, please send prayers upon his family and his followers of the prophet. As you sent prayers for Ibrahim and Ibrahim's family.
اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من عذاب القبر ومن عذاب جهنم ومن فتنة المحيا والممات ومن شر فتنة المسيح الدجال.
May peace and blessings be upon all the humans. May peace and blessings be
السلام
upon you.
عليكم ورحمة الله.
Okay.
Ahmed is 12. He walks hours through heat and dust. Why?
My prayer rug smells so good. I kept like putting my nose on it every time I would put my head down. And it smells so good. It's kind of distracting. My prayer rug smells like flowers and roses. You're jealous. That would be weird. Somebody kept spraying things on their prayer rug, and then every time they prayed, they weren't really praying. They were just smelling their rug. Yeah, never mind. Thank you so much for supporting God and all of God's people. He doesn't really care, because he knows how you what you're thinking and stuff like that. You know, that's how God is. Yeah, that was cool. I feel so much better when I pray. Y'all should learn how to do it. It's fun. Kind of makes you feel dizzy after a while, because you kind of gotta keep getting up and then going back down, getting up, going back down. Oh my God, dizzy. But after you get that part out the way, How to get playlisted. Let me watch this video.
You're not just making music for yourself. You're making music because you want to get heard.
That's
which
right.
means you
That
want
is
to get
it.
on playlists.
That's
Here's
right.
X from here at Spotify.
What's up, everybody?
About to drop that knowledge.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Please
There
tell
are
me.
millions of discoveries happening every month in our service, and over half of them come from our programming. That means it's the #1 way for you to get your music discovered. And what's really cool is that Spotify for Artists now lets you deliver unreleased music to the right editorial team for playlist consideration.
Dope. But first, let's talk payola. That's pay for play.
How
You
does this
cannot
work?
buy your way onto a playlist.
This is Meg from Spotify.
Hi. Oh, you didn't say stop. Sorry.
All good.
No one can affect those decisions. There are thousands of playlists. Each playlist is made with the listener in mind.
If anyone offers you pay for play to get on a
Guys,
Spotify
add me to your playlist.
It's a scam. Got it.
The way you can end up on a Spotify playlist is to get us your music as early as possible. We're talking at most weeks out when your music is ready, or at a minimum 7 days. That's because we get over 20,000 songs a day. It's just a lot of music to listen to. It's just a lot. So the earlier you get us your music, the better your
How
chances.
does that work?
Okay.
though?
So what happens next?
So then once your music is delivered, but before it's released, you and your team have a chance to tag it so it can end up in the running for the playlist that's right for you.
Start by picking one track. Any tips?
There's no one right way to pick a track.
Okay.
Pick the one that you love. Pick a track that you would want millions of people singing at the same time.
Okay, next.
That's black
Choose
magic.
your genre, moods, styles, language, and type of recording. Then tell us what city you identify with, the story behind your song, review, and submit.
Wait, what do I do
We have
there?
playlists for every theme, music, moment.
Wait,
holiday,
there's a way to
whatever.
submit,
So
like-
having your tags right helps the editors find the right music for each one. It also helps the algorithms know where to send your tracks for those algorithmic playlists too.
Real talk, there's no guarantee you'll end up on an editorial playlist. But if you got your tags right and you submit early, your track has a better chance of getting picked up.
I don't
One thing
understand.
is for sure, the algorithms are designed to automatically deliver your music to your followers the week it
I wish
comes
someone
out.
could just tell
Once
me.
you're on a playlist, don't sleep on sharing. Soul pop singer Amber Marks got that sharing down.
So when my tracks are featured on, any Spotify playlist, especially when it's a big one, I tend to go through social media. I'm huge on Instagram. The first time it was ever featured on a playlist, I was like, oh my gosh. On the phone calling literally everyone.
She's right. Make sure to get the word out about playlists you've been featured on.
Sharing is everything. The more you share your music, the better chances people have of hearing it. The more people hear it, the better chance you have of getting on a playlist, staying on a playlist, and making new fans.
That's dope.
Yeah, I think so. And you know what? If your music doesn't get playlisted on release day, pick your head up. Don't worry about it. It's just the beginning. Keep sharing your music.
Sounds like you've got some work to do. Go get busy, and we'll catch you later.
Okay, that still didn't help me with anything though. Where do I go to do this? How playlist works? Okay. I'm gonna
Okay,
watch all
so
these
you've recorded
videos.
new music, released it into the world.
Maybe
and
I
even
should
started
go down
touring.
to.
But how can you keep reaching a bigger audience? One word, playlists. Playlists reach listeners who love you and people who haven't heard of you yet, which makes them the fastest way for new fans to discover your music. So how do playlists work? She'll tell you. This is Meg from here at Spotify.
Hi. So there are two types of playlists that Spotify serves up in addition to user playlists, which are editorial playlists and algorithmic playlists.
Got you. First, let's talk about editorial playlists.
These are Rap Caviar, Metropolis, Butter, playlists curated for every mood, moment, and activity.
All right, favorite editorial playlist? Go.
Oh, Southern Gothic? Does that not match my look right now? But I can do that over. That was a hard one.
Need chill tunes for a summer road trip? Check. Or the perfect soundtrack for going hard at the gym? Yeah, we've got that too.
Playlists are not made by one person based on what they think is cool. Every single playlist is programmed with the audience in mind.
Here to tell us more is Julie from Spotify. Her advice when it comes to
Wait a
car
minute.
Don't
I
blow it
just.
on the truck.
I'm gonna email
So I have a
everyone
team
at
of editors
Spotify,
that pay
guys.
attention
I
to
just
this
realized
data
that.
to understand which tracks to playlist. Editors
I
are
used to work
constantly
at
tweaking playlists
Fast
based on
magazine
what people are
company,
into.
so when I say these things, I
the music
actually
starts
know how
out on a
to
smaller
do them,
playlist,
which is
and it's
kind of
killing
cool.
it, and audiences are loving it.
I'm working on
It
my
can move up
marketing
the playlist
strategy right now.
to larger playlists from Rap Caviar to today's top hits or hot country.
Guess who's got this down pat?
What's up? It's Amber Mark.
You're feeling it.
Yeah, I just found out I got 10 million streams on my latest release, so hey, where's the champagne?
Dope. Congrats.
Thank you very
Yeah, I
much.
wish I could get
You know, when
to
I
that
first started
point
out,
where
I
I'm
would
being like,
see my music on
10 million
playlists, like fellow
streams.
favorites, and then it would gradually go up to bigger playlists like chill R&B and rhythm and groove, to the point where I got to my dream playlist, which was R&B, which is, you know,
the whole point of me
extremely
being on here
surreal
right
for
now
me.
is for you guys to see me
You know what else is
and my
exciting?
authentic self and who I am. This is who I am. And, you know, I'm gonna start working on some music in a second.
So while editorial playlists are all about genres, moods, and vibes, algorithmic playlists are unique to each individual listener.
Yo, that's a ton of people.
Yep. Algorithmic playlists are your time capsule, your Discover Weekly, your daily mixes, and your release radar. Algorithms use info on what a fan is listening to help us predict what they might listen to next.
And that's because playlisting is a cycle. Let's say a new user joins Spotify. She's following her favorite artists, browsing new bands, and maybe getting into some of the editorial playlists like new hip-hop and R&B.
The algorithms pay attention to her listening habits, what she likes, shares, or even skips. This helps us serve up more playlists featuring more artists we think she'll love. Based on my taste, Spotify knows exactly what I might like next. And they're usually right. It's kind of like getting a tip from that friend that always knows what band you're gonna love. That friend for me is Lydia in college.
What's good, Lydia?
Algorithmic playlists are pretty cool because they're crowdsourced. The audience is who's introducing me to new music. So someone out there likes something similar to me, and that's how I'm finding something new.
The playlist cycle never quits.
There's always a new chance to move up the playlist ladder, to reach new people, and to find future fans.
Cool. That's it on playlists. Check out the next episodes for more.
You buy this is real gold paper, by the way. I'm gonna put mine in the freezer. I'm trying to figure out how to get playlisted on Spotify right now.
Okay, so you're booking gigs, getting streamed, and selling merch. But that's not the only way to make some cash. If you really want things to pop off, you should know about something called sync licensing.
Hey, ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? No.
Here's Darren from our legal department.
I want to learn about sync
And Alan
licensing.
from our licensing team at Spotify.
Sync licensing is a multi-million-dollar industry.
Actually, Darren, it's $1 billion industry.
I take it back. Okay.
A well-placed sync for an artist can launch your entire career.
Nick Murphy, formerly known as Chet Faker,
Wait,
knows a
say
thing or
that
two
one more
about
time.
that.
How is my
And I
career
was
gonna
like
get
23,
launched?
24, and I
I
had a
don't
song
care how old you were
synced
because
on the
I'm not there yet.
Super
So when I
Bowl.
get there, I'll give a
From
fuck. But I got
Triple platinum status?
Okay, sign me up.
Okay, hold up. Maybe we should take it back. What is...
Alright, I want to actually hear what these guys are saying. And I need to update my Spotify for artists thing.
Okay, so you're booking gigs, getting streamed, and selling merch. But that's not the only way to make some
Hey,
cash.
pay attention.
If you really want things to pop off, you should know about something
Great.
called sync licensing.
Hey, ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
No.
Here's Darren from our legal department.
Hi.
And Alan from our licensing team at Spotify.
Sync licensing is a multi-million-dollar industry.
Actually, Darren, it's $1 billion industry.
I take it back. Okay.
A well-placed sync for an artist can launch your entire career.
Nick Murphy, formerly known as Chet Faker, knows a thing or two about that.
I mean, I was like 23 and 24,
I got
and I
some
had
plums.
a song synced on the Super Bowl. And where do you go from that?
Triple platinum status?
Okay, sign me up.
Okay, hold up. Maybe we should take it back. What is sync licensing?
Sync licensing can be pretty complex, but in its simplest terms, it's permission to use your music in a movie, TV show, video game, commercial, basically any time that your music will be synced in time relation to a visual medium. Synced in time relation to a
I
visual...
almost fell asleep halfway through that.
All right, so how much money we talking?
You can pull in hundreds, even thousands of dollars, depending on where your song is used, whether it's in the opening credits or a trailer or some other crucial scene.
And a really good sync can become iconic.
Oh, I love The Breakfast Club. What's this? Oh my God, what's the song called?
Got it. Don't you forget about me.
Yes, at the end of the movie, it just like makes that movie.
That's Sadie.
Hi.
I want
She's the
my
rights
music in a
clearance manager here
movie.
at Spotify. So who brings it all together?
That's usually the music supervisor. They are the ones with the eye and the ear to make the perfect match.
Here's Matt Effects.
What's good?
Music soup for Broad City and the Detroiters to tell us how he does it.
When I'm looking to make a good match, first and foremost, I'm looking at the emotional core of a scene. Beyond that, the setting, the outfits, the characters, that's what sort of informs
Matt.
the genre and the tempo and the vibe of the track.
Cool.
I look for music everywhere. I'm all over social networks. I'm always asking with friends, checking out Spotify playlists. I can talk and break down all this stuff, but there's a lot of magic involved with music supervision.
Okay, so what happens when you find the right song?
The very first thing I have to figure out is whether or not I can actually license it.
Here's the deal with licensing. Every sync has two sides. The master for the sound recording and the publishing for the underlying composition.
And both need to be licensed for a sync to happen.
Usually.
Keep in mind that the rights owners for these sides will depend on whether you're with a label, signed to a publisher, both, or neither.
A label usually owns the master, but say you're an artist that uses an aggregator, then you likely own your rights, and so you'll negotiate the deal yourself. For the underlying composition, if you're signed to a publisher, then they'll need to grant permission on your behalf. But if you're flying solo, then you'll need to negotiate yourself.
There can be a lot of players in the mix, like co-writers and composers, so always establish your master and publishing splits up front.
And when it comes to samples, in general, I would recommend not using them. It's just going to make things more complicated. If you have to sample something, maybe sample your friends instead of sampling Kanye.
Got it. So how can you maximize your chances of getting a sync deal?
Get your music out there. Get it with sync agents. Get it with music supervisors. You want to be persistent but not annoying, and that is a fine line. Make sure you're contactable. Make sure you're messageable. Put your email address up where the music is. Look, at the end of the day, just make great music.
Oh, yeah. You mean just be awesome.
No pressure. Okay. Once the music supervisor does find you, you want to make sure that the deal actually works for you.
You don't want your music supporting or promoting a product, for instance, that you don't believe in.
Because no matter how good the money might be, the right match is
Okay.
better than just any match.
I'm learning some stuff.
Right on.
Yay.
Now put yourself out there, get in people's ears, and never stop hustling for your next opportunity. Later.
All right, so I'm taking notes. So far, I'm going to be researching sync licensing and music supervisors, and then what was that guy's name? I'm gonna be emailing or trying to find Matt FX from Broad City. If you guys know him, please tag him and tell him to hit me up, especially if you guys like Black Magic. Matt. I'm writing his name down here just to make it official. Broad City. Maybe I should intern. I should oh god. I should intern at Spotify. Let me see, is that a thing? You know, Doechii went down. She did the same thing I did, and I don't know if that's a bad or a good thing, but yeah, I really did. I went down to a couple record labels and sat outside several times in my life. Depressing. Imagine that. How playlists work. Playlists which license you love your music, blah blah blah. So I did that, but how do I meet Spotify turns your artist program into a virtual? How Beach House used a viral hit to drive momentum, songwriter Saturday with Camille. How Julia Wolf made it. Julia Wolf, do I know you? No. Alright, so what do we do? I'm in the account. I think there's a section in here where I'm able to send the music to them. I forgot exactly how that works. Let's see. So you're on the home page. Put your merch. Learn how fans discover your music with made to be found. All the ways you share your songs on the blah blah blah. How to promote your work. Promo cards. I thought they had something where you could submit the song to someone or to them. Let's click on music. It says when you post. Why is my music not here? That's weird. What? Wait, where's my music? Now I'm confused. Okay, my music is here. But then I go here to click on music. What is this? Why is it not showing in the release tab? time. Okay, no upcoming music. How do you, okay, log into music and okay. There's a better chance. I see this, but like, I don't know if it's me, but is there something wrong with my Spotify account? Cause set up merch store. Connect store. No, I'm not doing that right now. I'm confused. I'm really confused right now. Streams. What? Is there something wrong with this? Oh wait, there it is. Why wasn't that there before? Weird. Okay, I'm gonna smoke some more because that was weird. No, that was weird. Wow. So I'm in my Spotify for Artists account. If you guys sing and do music, you should be have a Spotify for Artists account where you can kind of control like what your music looks like on Spotify and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. Anyways, they have a section to where you can get your music playlisted. And I don't know, like I was just upload a clip. Wait, download the Spotify for Artists app or head to this on your desktop device to upload a clip. Okay. They have this new thing called, and then I have to go and figure out how to do future releases to promote a song. I have to figure all this stuff out by myself. It's okay, I don't mind. I really don't mind. I am awesome. I'm gonna be performing in front of thousands of people, billions, millions, whatever that means. And I'm gonna have a really good therapist to help me get through all of that. Okay. So now I'm in here, I see one of my songs, and I don't know what to do. Like, I want to submit it to the little playlist thing that they just saw, but I don't see it. They don't make these things easy for you nowadays. Okay, so I can add social media links, it says. Do I have social media links in here already? Is my internet slow? Okay, so I think the internet is just slow. The music, add playlist, Timur playlist. Should I put Timir's playlist or I have a playlist? No. Oh, I thought it deleted my. Okay, artist pick. How do you submit this to Spotify? If there's anyone that works at Spotify that's watching right now, can you just like pop on here really quick and tell me how to submit my music via my artist Spotify profile thing? Because I'm confused right now. Alright, so I'm looking at the stats for one of the songs. I'm here, it says manage Canva. I wish life was easier. There's not really much in this account that you can do. There really isn't. And then even, I don't even have access to clips to where I can upload clips of whatever they're talking about. Alright, so I guess it's going to be a lot harder than I thought it was. I thought it'd be easy to where I could go here and click on something. And yeah, measure the reach of every release. Pick your merch center with your artwork. How to promote your work. Watch now. I don't want to do any of that. I vaguely remember doing this before, but I just don't know where it is. Yeah, I need to find out where it is. Article streaming fan deep dives. Resources, promo cards, songwriters. I'm gonna create a mailing list for Spotify with just Spotify people. I really want to figure out how to submit this though to yeah, the website is weird and it's not very helpful in explaining like what's happening, you know. I need to work on that Spotify. Cause I am so confused right now. I can't find the area where you would submit the music after you know, you just, yeah. There was an area up here where I could, it said something about, okay. Maybe it's in the app. Let me go check the app out. Okay, so I'm in the app, and let's see if it gives me the option of submitting this song to them. View in Spotify. There's nothing here. Oh God, my life is just gonna take a little bit longer than I expected now. It's okay. I'm gonna jump off of here because I've been on here for a while, and I really appreciate you guys, whoever decided to come here and watch Little Boring Old Me. But anyways, gotta go. See you in the future. And if you like my music, head over to my music page and follow me and listen to Black Magic. Okay, see you guys soon. Hey, Doge.